there! You may remember me as the person who spends way too much time overanalyzing every little thing in Castle Dimitrescu. Today, I bring you something else I've overanalyzed after being told to. Go through the castle again and read the lore. Ironic. Some of y'all baffle me. Anyways, as if I don't have 4 real-time days alone in the castle, I offer you why the fruit FLIs are still people, despite, yes, being made of FLIs. Why does she say it like that? As a disclaimer, the reason for this video is because of certain people who shall not be named in my comment sections. I mention how I think the girls are gay, fruity, if you will, and I get, they can't be gay because they're just FLIs. Using that same logic, if they're just FLIs, then we cannot hold them accountable for the crimes they commit. After all, FLIs aren't people, and we shouldn't hold them to our standards. Yeah, you see how fucking stupid that sounds? Just say you're homophobic and move on. That's not the point of this video. My point is to prove that they are people still, and if they're not, then you can't hold them accountable for the things they do. On to my first piece of evidence. If the girls are indeed simply FLIs and not people, they would not be able to have a conscience or know right from wrong. They would not have personality. Canonically speaking, they are people with control over the Kadu FLIs. They are a string of consciousnesses and they're able to control these bugs individually. We see this literally everywhere, even when they're first introduced. They're able to materialize their bodies into solid forms. They're able to use these FLIs to get around the castle easily or to catch their prey, and even in this scene, we see them without their FLIs. If they were simply bugs, they would not be able to do this. They would be ravenous for the meat and flesh they need to survive rather than acting with some sort of civility. Also, imagine trying to tell someone a fly has some sense of intelligence. You'd sound like a lunatic. They obviously make choices in game, something literal bugs would not be able to do. You probably believe me by now, but in the event you don't, here's some more evidence from notes found in game. These notes are found in the opera hall, by the entrance to the library. They detail how the girls came to be in possession of their fly-like powers. Yes, they are FLIs. I'm not denying that. However, because of the Kadu, they still have their own consciences and they're still considered people. Their wikis refer to them as chimeric mutant humans, so you know, people. Also, according to their wikis, any cells are, of course, imitation human cells, which means they are both human and fly, hence being called a chimeric mutant. In case you think I'm pulling this out of my ass, I have the wiki up as I type. Go take a look. What we know about them is interesting. Moving on, here are some pictures from those same notes previously seen. This is clearly Daniela as she's being infected with the Kadu. Similarly, here is Bella and how she was transformed into a hybrid of human and FLIs. The Kadu being present in her skull and brain gives her the means to control these FLIs that ate her flesh, as they are related, as seen in these notes found on the bottom floor of the opera hall. So anyway, the Kadu gives them this ability to control the FLIs, something seen by the scars on their heads when their hoods glitch back. You can even see them in the concept arts. Anyways, all of this to say, the girls are not simply FLIs. They are still people, they just have control over the bugs. Read the lore, they're just bugs. You clearly haven't played the GA, I can assure you. I probably know more than you do. I've studied the castle and the notes and lore. How about y'all suck my D? Anyways, look me in the eyes and try to tell me FLIs have a conscience, that they know right from wrong, or that they have a personality. You literally cannot. I'd like to see you try, especially after watching this video. That being said, once again, the girls are not just FLIs. They've retained a little bit of their humanity, seeing how they are chimeric mutants rather than just a mass of bugs. It's funny that I only see this argument when men get mad that I say a fictional character is a homosexual and wouldn't bang them. Don't try to bring in-game events up as a defense for your homophobia, because, as shown before, I will literally prove you wrong with those same canon events. Anyways, point made, the girls are still people and have some humanity, because they would not have personalities or civility otherwise. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk once again. Straight men stop being homophobic in my comment section challenge.